What's going on, everyone? It's your Rifle here, and in this video I have some information for you guys for Destiny. This information is about the rumor that's being passed around for the third subclass, and there's actually an article on this on planetdestiny.com. I have a link provided for you guys in the description if you guys want to further investigate this, but I'm pretty much going to give you all the information in the article right here in this video. And if this is true, this will be updated once the Dark Below expansion releases in December. Well, that's what this article says that I'm giving this information from. Alright, now I'm going to share with you guys the possibilities of the third subclass. The Titan subclass will be titled Crusader, and for the super for the subclass is titled The Purge. It says it shoots a giant horizontal column of light out of your penis. Just kidding, you shoot it right out in front of you. Upgrades for the super can thicken the cylinder. The default size of this horizontal light is the size of a guardian, and upgrades can increase it to about 200%. Also for the upgrades, you can have the column shoot through walls or shoot a second column behind you as well. So not only are you shooting a light in front of you, you are shooting a light behind you. I don't know about this super, it sounds kind of crazy, almost too crazy. I could just run around in the PvP world, just la 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 la, you know, and just sitting there slicing up enemies with my beam of light just appearing out of my chest. And not to mention my backside as well if I actually get the upgrade for it. It sounds awesome, I just don't know how it's going to play out. The grenades for the subclass, starting with the first one you get to the last one you get, are starting with the first one, which throws 3 small fire grenades at once. Basically, think of this like a very small version of the Warlock Void special, if you have seen or played as the Warlock. Think like that. That's how this will be, except it will be 3 small fire grenades at once. The second grenade you can unlock, what it does is it drops grenades behind the Guardian. This grenade is designed for escape tactics when being chased. The third grenade is the self-planted grenade, which what it says on the article is it says button activates grenade for 8 seconds. Any melee damage taken at that time sets grenade off, and it barely doesn't kill a guardian by itself. Alright, up next is the Warlock super. The Warlock super is going to be called Arc Thrower. The super is named Jupiter's Storm. The description reads for the super says, creates an orb about the size of a servitor slightly above and in front of you. The orb floats in the air and shoots lightning out at anything that comes near it. Upgrades can increase range, can cause chain lightning, or cause the orb to spawn further away from the player character. Which, if it spawns further away from the player character, it has a further reach. I think this is a badass thought of being a super. One, just imagine this in hordes of enemies. How many people you will take out at once when activating this super. Now, I don't know how this will play off in the PvP world, just because this sounds a little bit overpowering, especially since it automatically just hits people with the lightning. I mean, come on, anything that comes near it, damn, that would wreck in PvP. The grenades for the Warlock Arc Thrower subclass are Arc Grenade that detonates on second button input, a grenade that transfers health to the Warlock, a Fence Grenade, creates a small electrified fence, sticks to walls like the Titan Lightning Grenade, and lasts about half as long. Up next is the Hunter subclass, which is titled Trapper. The super for the Hunter subclass is called Void Well, which what this does is it drops a Void Well on the floor. Enemies inside the Void Well cannot jump and have reduced movement, and what the upgrades can do, it can reduce all enemy movement, prevent enemies from using abilities, or increase radius of Void Well. Now this I can see as a balanced subclass. Basically think of like a whole bunch of tar on the bottom of your enemies. I mean, that seems pretty awesome, especially for a hunter, and the subclass named Trapper goes great with the super. I can see why it's named Trapper now, and I think this would play out well as a third subclass. Even in PvP I can see this as being balanced. The grenades for the Hunter Trapper subclass are, well, for the first one you get is the generic Void Damage Grenade. It doesn't bounce, but it sticks to any surface. So it's a sticky grenade. The second grenade you can get is you can get bolas that act as sticky. Which what bolas are a bunch of objects tied together on a rope. So when you throw it at what you're aiming for, it tangles around whatever you're trying to throw it at. And what's awesome about this grenade, it does minimal damage, but it greatly reduces targets' movement speed, and it prevents them from jumping. So hey, this grenade will work just like Ebola. Sounds like a pretty badass grenade. And for the third grenade you get, it's called caltrops. You throw them on the ground, and they're not super easy to see. And if you have a large amount of them on the ground, stepping on one detonates it for a small amount of damage. Now just keep this in mind, one grenade can kill a guardian with a little left over. So these mines will be able to kill a guardian. And there's also something else I wanted to touch base with you guys, but it is a huge spoiler for the next upcoming raid in December. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this right now. It reads on this article about the new raid coming out called Crota's End. In this article, it says the Hive raid is going to be pretty fun. From what I have tested so far, the first boss is much more enjoyable than either boss fight in the Vault of Glass. Let's just say there is this fun almost escape sequence where all the guardians will want to be on their sparrows trying to outrun a giant ogre. Some of the enemy wizards have different attacks instead of that one you are normally currently seeing. It actually makes them less of a pain. That's pretty much what it says in this article, guys. And what do you guys think about that? What is going on? We're going to be running as well in this raid boss fight. I'm pretty pumped for this. But yeah, that's about wrapping this video up about the 3 new subclasses and a little bit about what the raid is going to be like. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and please remember to leave a like. It helps out a lot. But I'm out of here though. Thanks everyone for watching, and most importantly, thank you all for your time. Peace. And in this video I'm going to be covering the new upcoming DLC called The Dark Below. This will have a new raid for us, new missions, new PvP.